Last night, Sarper and I got into a huge fight, and I decided that the best decision for me was to go check into a hotel. And right now, he says he's ashamed of himself, he hates himself, he uses like really strong language to describe his feelings.
90-Day Fiancé exposes disturbing Shekinah Garner behavior amid huge Sarper Güven relationship update. Shekinah Garner from 90-Day Fiancé has been indulging in some toxic behavior in her on and off relationship with Sarper Güven ahead of their wedding. Shekinah and Sarper are currently appearing in 90-Day Fiancé Season 11. He had a terrible reputation following his The Other Way debut because of his past involving 2,500 women. Sarper was also controlling and did things like tracking Shekinah's weight and diet. Sarper changed his ways for Shekinah ahead of his US move, but the tables turned, and Shekinah revealed that she's just as controlling when the ball is in her court. Shekinah and Sarper will have another argument in the next episode, and it's resulting in 90-Day Fiancé exposing a vile thing Shekinah has done to her partner. ET shared a preview of the next 90-Day Fiancé Season 11 episode, which shows Shekinah telling the producers about their latest argument. Shekinah and Sarper were supposed to get married, and a day before their wedding, he left the house without telling her. While thinking about where he could have possibly gone, Shekinah recalls that she put an AirTag on his keychain. "I put an AirTag on Sarper's keychain because if he loses his keys we need to be able to find them," Shekinah tells the producers with a sneaky smile. However, when the producers prod her to tell them the real reason she put an AirTag on his keychain, she reveals that it's because he doesn't share his location with her on maps. Shekinah believes that it is suspicious and shady if a person is against sharing their location in a relationship. What Shekinah's toxic behavior says about relationship with Sarper. Shekinah's lack of trust could ruin the wedding. Shekinah knew Sarper had never been in a serious relationship before her. Even in his 40s, he seemed unsure how to act around women. He claimed to have slept with thousands of partners, keeping a tally of them in a notebook. Most, he said, were women he met while working as an exotic dancer. Sarper even collected empty alcohol bottles in his apartment as trophies to remember his dates. Concerned about his past, Shekinah banned him from training female clients at work. Though hesitant, Sarper eventually gave in when Shekinah pushed him to make their relationship Instagram official. Shekinah is about to marry Sarper, but with just one day left, she still doesn't trust him. She may have made a mistake agreeing to the wedding, especially since it meant uprooting Sarper from his home. By tracking Sarper's location, Shekinah is violating his privacy and coming across as controlling or manipulative. If Sarper finds out, he may never trust her again. This breach of trust could push him to call off the wedding altogether. He already seems to have cold feet, which might explain why he left the house without telling her. Our take on Shekinah tracking Sarper through GPS. Why Shekinah and Sarper's marriage may not last. Shekinah didn't appear to ask for Sarper's permission before secretly placing an AirTag in his keychain. He was already unhappy in America, especially since he couldn't work, and admitted to feeling depressed. Shekinah's actions reflect her deep insecurity and a lack of open communication in the relationship. Her need to track him without his knowledge raises red flags. Even if they go through with the wedding on 90-Day Fiancé, the trust issues between them suggest the marriage won't last and could likely end in divorce. The foundation of their relationship already seems shaky. 90-Day Fiancé Season 12, latest news, release date, potential cast, and everything we know. As the current season of 90-Day Fiancé nears its conclusion, there are already talks about plans for Season 12. This long-running reality TV show, which premiered in 2014, continues to captivate viewers with its unique concept and compelling storylines. 90-Day Fiancé Season 11, which aired in February 2025, saw the comeback of a familiar couple, Sarper Güven and Shekinah Garner, who marked the show's 90th wedding. The season also introduced a throuple for the first time: Matt, Amani Jalassi, and Eni Aguirre. With the success of Season 11, excitement is building for Season 12. 7 couples were featured in 90-Day Fiancé Season 11, with 6 of them tying the knot before the finale. The throuple, which hadn't even started the K1 visa process when they joined the show, had a major argument with Annie towards the end of the season. All 7 couples are set to appear in the 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 tell-all, which will be divided into 2 parts. During those episodes, they'll discuss the most important moments and provide updates about their lives after filming the show. 90 Day Fiancé Season 12 latest news. 90 Day Fiancé Season 12 might be in the works. The network hasn't officially announced the release of 90 Day Fiancé Season 12. So far, there has been no information shared by TLC or the official 90 Day Fiancé Instagram account regarding the next season. However, given the franchise's success, it's probable that the next season is currently in development. A Reddit user, @BlackDianaSunnyDay, has suggested that filming for a new season may have already started. In June 2025, the Redditor user posted a picture taken at an airport in Manila, Philippines, with the caption, 90 Day Fiancé new cast for new season? The Redditor stated, "I was in NAIA Terminal 3 and saw this scene being filmed and directed by foreigners, which is supposed to be for the 90 Day Fiancé." They mentioned that the film crew was instructing a mother-son duo on how to interact with a woman, and added, "and they kept repeating some scenes like how the couple hugged and so on." In response to other Redditors, the OP clarified that the American cast member wasn't Colt Johnson but a new person who had not been seen on TV yet. 90 Day Fiancé Season 12 potential release date. 90 Day Fiancé Season 12 hasn't been officially confirmed yet. The network hasn't officially confirmed 90 Day Fiancé Season 12, so its release date is currently unknown. However, looking at the casting patterns of past seasons, the next season may feature anywhere from 5 to 8 couples. This hints at the introduction of several new pairs who will reunite in the United States after successfully securing their K1 visas. Typically, 90 Day Fiancé seasons premiere in the last quarter of the year, with a few exceptions. Therefore, it remains unclear when exactly viewers can expect the release of Season 12. 90 Day Fiancé Season 12 potential cast. Sheila Mangubat and David Dangerfield could join Season 12. The network hasn't yet announced the cast for 90 Day Fiancé Season 12, and there is no teaser for the upcoming season. This lack of information makes it difficult to predict which new couples will be featured. Amani and Matt might be part of Season 12 if they end their marriage and Annie's K1 visa is approved. Similarly, Sheila Mangubat could also appear in the season with David Dangerfield if her K1 visa is approved. However, one thing is certain, even the strongest couples will face challenges before saying I do in 90 Day Fiancé Season 12.90 Day Fiancé, Shekina breaks down on the eve of her wedding. The couples on 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, always have some big decisions before them. Stuck between 2 countries, the pairs of the reality TV show must decide where they're going to settle down and build their shared life. This has proven especially different for Sarper and Shekina, lovebirds who have found themselves splitting their time between Istanbul and Los Angeles. As they get closer and closer to their wedding day, however, things seem to be crumbling, the latest of which concerns the plans around the wedding venue. Shekina hopes to get married in bed. In the most recent episode of the season, Sarper and Shekina geared up for their wedding day, finalizing the details of their would-be ceremony. Shekina announced that she had a very particular vision for the event, that she and Sarper would literally get married in a bed. Shekina explained that she wanted to lean into the theme, which she first came up with because she liked the way that wedding and bedding rhymed. To bring this vision to life, she and Sarper spent the episode going to various hotels to check out room options where they would read their vows to each other on the big day. Shekina started the venue scouting day in a hopeful mood, holding a clear picture of what she was going for in her mind. She even elaborated to the cameras the type of vibe that she was going for. It needed to have a lot of beautiful natural light. A really majestic, beautiful bed. I wanted to be elegant. I wanted to be sexy, classy, unique, and beautiful. Unfortunately for Shekina, the views weren't all they were cracked up to be. She was disappointed when one of the hotels she thought would be the most promising looked old and worn down instead. The floors are just destroyed. The decor is old and run down. Everything is wrong with this picture, she said. It wasn't long before she grew emotional, tearing up over the pressure of trying to put together the perfect day. Sarper's patience for wedding planning is growing thin. As Shekina started to cry over the venue disappointment, Sarper admitted to the cameras that he was frustrated with their wedding planning process. To him, the day didn't need to be so complicated, and seeing Shekina's large emotional reaction only made him feel more stressed out than he already was. In a candid moment, Sarper confessed to the producers that he was already using his energy to convince himself he still wanted to get married. He also noted his irritation with Shekina for stirring up drama. "I'm doing my best to convince myself that I have to get married. And she is doing her best to make such a new drama." For Sarper, it seems that his priority is to get the ceremony over as quickly as possible so that the issues with his visa can be put to rest once and for all. Luckily, their search didn't end as a total failure. Instead, Shekina called their wedding planner and asked for some revisions to the space. By the end of the episode, the couple arranged for the employees working at the hotel to rearrange some of the furniture in the room to more closely match her vision. Though she wasn't entirely happy, she ended the episode satisfied enough, and, as of this article's writing, it seems that their plans to get married are still in place. Viewers of the show seem to be similarly irked by Shekina's fixation on the little details. As reported by Soap Central, a few comments on Twitter showed fans poking fun at her plans, confused about why Shekina was asking for such particular items when choosing to get married at a local hotel. Shekina is delusional. She said she will be walking down the aisle. "Ma'am, you are getting married in a Motel 6. What aisle? You will be walking around a bed and a table," wrote one fan. "Just when I think Shekina can't be any more ridiculous, she finds a way to top it," added another. 90 Day Fiancé universe expands with first ever dating show starring familiar franchise faces. Throughout the history of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, fans of TLC's reality shows have seen a lot of wild things. After all, the franchise's stars have had to recover from nasty divorces, high-profile breakups, and from the realization that they aren't supported by the fans. On top of that, there have been headlines about a former star's cause of death, false accusations, and about who people like Juliana Custodio were before fame. As wild as the 90 Day Fiancé franchise has been to date, even though fans love some of the couples, they need to buckle up. After all, it seems like things are about to be crazy now that it is known that there is going to be an upcoming 90 Day Fiancé dating show. 90 Day, Hunt for Love will give the TLC franchise a new chapter. When 90 Day Fiancé premiered on TLC on January 12, 2014, nobody could have known what was to come. Since that first episode aired, there have been so many spin-offs that the list feels endless, even if that is an obvious exaggeration. To the credit of the team behind the franchise and TLC, the past 90 Day spin-offs have added new dimensions to the franchise. Still, it turns out that the 90 Day franchise clearly has the potential to continue reinventing itself. After all, a new 90 Day spin-off that will be premiering soon seems poised to take the franchise in a new direction. The reason for that is 90 Day, Hunt for Love is the franchise's first full-fledged dating show, which is a really exciting prospect for fans. According to Us Weekly's article, 90 Day, Hunt for Love will bring together several different singles to try to find love on the show. Fortunately, 90 Day, Hunt for Love will feature several veterans of the 90 Day franchise that fans will likely be very excited to see return. To be more exact, 90 Day, Hunt for Love will feature 8 90 Day veterans. Us Weekly's article detailed that the family Chantel Everett will be part of the upcoming 90 Day dating show. Additionally, 90 Day, Hunt for Love will also feature 90 Day Fiancé's Colt Johnson. The outlet also reported that 90 Day, The Last Resort's Rob Warren will be appearing alongside 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way's Tiffany Franco. Interesting enough, 90 Day, Hunt for Love's veteran stars include many former 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days cast members. Courtney Reardans, Tim Malcolm, Jennifer Terrazona, and Usman Umar from 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days will all be part of the dating show. As interesting as it is to know that 90 Day Hunt for Love will feature many 90 Day franchise stars from the past, that arguably isn't the most interesting part of the show. Instead, the fact that 90 Day Hunt for Love will also feature many newbies seems even more exciting. Since fans are so invested in the cast of the 90 Day franchise, viewers want to see them find love. With a slew of newbies set to appear during 90 Day Hunt for Love, it seems like the show's veterans will have lots of new opportunities to find happiness. Of course, 90 Day Hunt for Love is a show in the 90 Day franchise. As a result, it shouldn't surprise anyone that the trailer for the show, which can be seen on YouTube, looks like it is going to be a hot mess. For example, the 90 Day Hunt for Love trailer hints at love, sex, and even some violence that the show might showcase. If that doesn't attract fans of the 90 Day franchise, nothing will. When and where will fans be able to watch 90 Day Hunt for Love? When fans learn that a new show or movie that they want to see will be coming out, they tend to have something simple on their minds. When and where will fans be able to watch?